Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this look using a closure. Stay tuned. Okay, so here what I'm doing is braiding the perimeter. Now with braiding the perimeter, I use braiding hair no matter how much hair my client has. I make sure I use braiding hair to make the perimeter braids extremely strong. This is because I'll use this as a base for my net when I do my net, and then my closure as well. It needs to be, those braids need to be really strong so that it can hold up really well. So that's the reason that I'm using that. Okay, now I'm adding the net. Now this is important because you see how those are spaces between the braids, and with the net those spaces don't really matter because I can use the net as security for my wefts. It's either use really small braids or you can use a net to try to help you pass time, and it's still, you'll get the same outcome. So I use a net just for a more secure foundation, and also it helps me make sure I'm able to add more hair if I need to. Also, you can have your client hold it if, I mean, she doesn't have to, but it works better if they hold it. Yeah. And sewing, you'll start cutting the excess lace, not lace, the excess net off of it, just to get it out of the way. You can do it at the end if you like. I like to do it before I finish, just so that it's not in my way. Foundation, middle part, yeah. So here we're gonna start adding the closure. Now with the closure, what I'm doing now is pulling both sides to make it lay where I want it to lay. And then I need to adjust this camera a bit here. Okay, there we go. So right here, as you see, I'm going in from the braid into the beginning of the closure. This is to secure the front of it so that it lays exactly where I want it to lay. I have to start at the front of it on each corner, and then I'll go and do the other side the same way that I'm doing this side. I'm only gonna start at the front of the closure. I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing. You won't see the other side, of course, but I'm basically doing the same thing on the other side, securing the hairline basically. Once I'm done with the front pieces, I'm just going to sew the rest of the closure down. I make sure that I sew really close together. All of your stitches need to be close as possible so that your closure can lay flat. And that's all I'm doing on both sides. I'll take turns from one side to the other just to make sure that they're even, and then I'm going to move on. Okay, now finishing up this closure, and then we're gonna add the hair. This is 28 inches of Cambodian straight. It has a little wave because it's raw hair. None of any raw hair will have the same pattern if it's raw. It's just like our natural hair. If we go and wash our hair and dry it, air dry it, it's not gonna be bone straight. So this is basically why it's not super straight. We'll have to straighten it at the end, but this is straight hair from Diamond Princess Hair Company. You can visit the website at dphaircompany.com and take a look at everything that we have to offer, but this is 28 inches of that. What I'm doing now is just sewing away. Sewing the hair in. So what we're doing now is finishing it up. What I'm gonna move on to is the one of the most important parts. This is actually the second most important part to make it look really natural. I use the NARB. I'm not sure if that's how you really say it, but it's the blue foam. You can get it at any beauty supply near you. Use that to flatten the top of it to make it look more natural and to shape it the way that I want it to be shaped. I'll comb it out and then put my client under the dryer. Typically, I can leave my client under the dryer for maybe 10 to 15 minutes and it's completely dry. You want to make sure it's completely dry because if not, then it'll get back lumpy. And actually, we did not sit her under the dryer as long as we should have. You'll see that in a moment. So here you see we've flat ironed it. It looks really good, really natural. I love this hair. It's Cambodian straight from DP Hair Company, Diamond Princess, that is. So as I mentioned earlier, if you don't leave them under the dryer long enough, it's going to be lumpy on on, you see that side over there on the left where my hand is, it's bigger. I noticed that after the video ended, and then I fixed it toward the end, so like when you look at the pictures at the end, you'll see that it's changed. But yeah, make sure you leave them under the dryer long enough. What I'm doing now is plucking the part. Now, you can use tweezers for this part. Me personally, I like to part it and just pull the hairs out myself because it's more accurate that way for me. And you can do whatever you feel is necessary, but me personally, I like to part it, get the hair that I want out, I'll hold it up, and then I'm going to just pluck the rest of the hair out. That's all I'm going to do at this point. And then take small pieces. Don't take like huge pieces because it could tear a hole in the clothes, and you do not want that at the end of your install. So we're finally done. It looks beautiful. As I told y'all earlier, once the video was over, I fixed the part on the left. It's kind of lumpy, but it's not going to end that way like you see it here. But if you guys like my tutorial, please like, share, subscribe for more. This is only the first video, so if it needs some work, just let me know as well. I'm open to any constructive criticism.